Well, here we are at Stroud, 3 hours north of Sydney, for the launch of Yamaha's really pivotal model, their 2016 model WR450F. They've sold some 20,000 of these units since the first bike came out, WR450F in 1998, and it's been, probably the most pivotal model, and it's really put Yamaha on the map. Key thing this year, I think what Japan's done, it's a really nice gesture. They've given Australia only this anniversary 60th model yellow, which look, the blue's nice, but I've got to say I think the yellow looks fantastic. So, what is this new WR? As we saw last year in 2015, the WR250F was based entirely off the motocross platform, modified, adapted by Peter Payne and Josh Coppens, largely this Australian team who had a lot to do with enduroising this bike. And this year, for 2016, a year hence, they've done exactly the same thing with the 450. So taking the YZ450F and basically translating that into the bush to give it more drive, more supple suspension, etc. And obviously all the lighting coil and everything that goes with it to create an ADR bike. So just it'd be interesting. If you look at what they did with the Yamaha, the YZ this year, they gave a little bit more longitudinal flex through the frame here, stiffened up a little bit around the swing arm, etc. Critically, they went to a 25mm offset with the triple clamp just to give it some more immediate response and tip in, which allows the bike to sit down a little further for a little bit more stability and slightly lower seat height. The 450, unlike the 250WR, hasn't been jacked up in the rear end, so it's an incredibly stable platform. We've had a lot of grass track here. We're out at Josh Green, Activate Yamaha, Josh Green's property out here that he just got a month ago. Amazing grass track, some really great trails and some snotty bush. Been lucky enough to have some of the guys, 3 guys who've been on the Australian, ISDU winning team out here as well, and also all the guys from Yamaha giving us the opportunity and just making sure the bikes are in great nick. A lot of fun, really impressed with the bike, very stable, super tractable engine. And the nice thing is I'm actually taking this thing home. So there's a big article coming out in our January-February issue of Transmoto. We've got this thing for 6 months and we're just going to develop it. Basically live with it, and as we did recently, because I had the 250 version of this last year, I'm really interested to see how they've actually managed to convert that with the 450. So there are a few little subtle differences, obviously bodywork and a lot of the fasteners, everything very much the same, but it's going to be really interesting living with a 450. As I said, it's going to be an absolutely pivotal model for Yamaha. They're hoping to sell something in the vicinity of 2,000 bikes a year, which really puts the next best enduro model in Australia to shame in many respects. So I think there's going to be a lot of those 20,000 WR owners over the last, 17 years, who are going to be looking very, very keenly at this bike, and I think with good reason as well.